Welcome back to The Deep Dive, your quick hit of crucial knowledge. We grab the juiciest insights from a stack of research, cut through the noise, and turn complex topics into something you'll actually feel smart talking about. Today, we're diving headfirst into shop strategy, mastering internal linking for your Shopify store. For many Shopify store owners, you pour effort into creating fantastic content, insightful blog posts, detailed product descriptions, but then sometimes it feels like that content just sits there. Doesn't get found, maybe doesn't convert like you hoped. Our mission today, and we're drawing heavily from a really comprehensive guide on shopstrategy.com, is to show you how a few smart links can fundamentally change your store's fortunes. We're talking about how a seemingly simple thing, an internal link, can keep visitors on your site longer, maybe transform them into loyal customers, and even tell Google exactly what your most important content is. It's like a really overlooked strategic asset.
It absolutely is, yeah. Internal linking is far more than just helping people click around your site. It's really about building these powerful, intuitive pathways that guide both your customers and search engines deeper into your store. Think of it as crafting a meticulously designed journey.
Right, a journey. And speaking of powering your store's journey and growth, this deep dive shop strategy is powered by Growth Suite. Growth Suite helps you run smart discount campaigns on your store. You can actually test it for free on your Shopify store. We'll talk more about them later. So, okay, let's unpack this then. Internal links. Most people kind of know what a link is, but what exactly defines an internal link, and where does it truly make an impact on a Shopify store?
That's a great place to start. Fundamentally, an internal link is just a hyperlink connecting one page to another within your own Shopify store. That's the key bit within your own site. It's different from external links pointing elsewhere. Now, you'll find them in obvious places, right? Like your main navigation menu, footer links.
Yeah, the basics.
Exactly. But the real strategic power, I think, lies in how you use them within your content. So think about product descriptions linking to related items, or maybe even more importantly for this chat, within your blog posts where you reference specific products, collections, or maybe other helpful articles, even those you may also like sections. Those are internal links too. Yeah. Your main navigation and footer, they kind of set the skeleton, the basic framework, but it's these contextual blog and product links that act as the vital connective tissue. They strengthen your whole site's architecture and make it really robust.
Okay, so it's not just getting people from A to B. It's building this connected web, like you said. Why should a busy Shopify store owner really invest time in this beyond just, basic navigation? What's the hidden power here?
Well, the benefits really break down into three critical areas that directly impact your Shopify business. And this is where it gets, truly strategic. First up, SEO. Search engine trawlers, like Googlebot, are constantly mapping your site. Internal links are basically the precise pathways you build to guide these bots. You're making sure no valuable content becomes like an orphaned island lost in your store's digital space.
Orphaned content, right. I've heard that term.
Yeah, you don't want that. And beyond just discovery, internal links also distribute something called link equity or page authority. Imagine, say, one of your blog posts goes viral, gets a ton of links from other websites. It's like a big vote of confidence from the web. Internal links let that powerful vote flow from that strong page to other related pages on your site, boosting their potential to rank higher in search results. And it also helps search engines understand your site's hierarchy, basically signaling which pages are your most important cornerstone pages.
Huh. So it's almost like handing Google a treasure map, pointing out, hey, this stuff is really important. That's pretty clever for SEO, but what about the actual people visiting the site?
Yeah.
The customers. How does this help them?
Great question, because it's not just about the bots. That brings us straight to the user experience benefits. Think of internal links as helpful signposts for your visitors. They guide people to related content they might have missed, or maybe to products that naturally follow from what they're reading. This leads to deeper engagement, longer time on site, more pages viewed per session, lower bounce rates, all good things. It's about creating this intuitive, seamless journey, almost like having a really knowledgeable sales associate online, anticipating needs and offering the perfect next step.
Okay, that makes sense, like a helpful guide.
Exactly, and that leads directly to the third area. The business benefits, which are often substantial. Products you feature in contextually relevant internal links, they get way more exposure, and that often leads directly to higher sales. Imagine reading a cooking blog post about knife skills, right? And there's a natural link pointing to your premium chef's knife collection. It's a smooth path from interest to potential purchase. And there's actually a compelling example from the source material. A store owner strategically linked educational blog content to related products. They saw a 34% increase in product page visits from the blog, and get this, a 21% boost in conversion rates from that specific traffic.
Wow, 34% and 21%. That's huge.
It is. And the key, they found, was making the links feel like natural solutions or suggestions, not just forced promotions jammed in there.
Okay, that's a massive jump. It really sounds like the big takeaway here is seeing internal linking as this powerful sales and engagement tool, not just some, tedious SEO task. All right, so we get what it is and why it's so important. Now let's get practical. How do you actually do this? For a Shopify owner juggling a million things, where do you even start building this kind of framework?
Right, the practical side. The absolute foundation is establishing a logical site structure, and it needs to genuinely mirror how your customers think and search for your products. It's about creating an intuitive map, almost invisible to the user because it just makes sense. You typically start with a hierarchical structure, like a pyramid, homepage at the top, then categories, maybe subcategories, and finally individual products or articles at the base. This clear path is good for users and search engines. A useful guideline is the 3-click rule. Try to make sure no important page is more than 3 clicks away from your homepage.
3 clicks, okay. So plan it out first.
Definitely plan it out. Before you place a single link, sketch it out. A simple spreadsheet or even a visual diagram can help immensely, especially as your store grows. And beyond just the hierarchy, think about natural content relationships. You want to create content clusters around key themes. So for instance, a kitchen supply store might have clusters like baking essentials or knife skills. Each cluster would link relevant product pages, blog posts, and maybe buying guides together. This builds what's called topical authority, which Google really likes.
Okay, so we're playing architect, designing the flow. Makes sense. Once that structure is planned, what about the actual words used in the links, the anchor text? How critical is that choice?
Oh, anchor text is absolutely crucial. Think of it like a clear, compelling sign on a highway. It needs to tell the user exactly where they're going if they click, and maybe why they should. Good anchor text is descriptive, concise, and it naturally includes relevant keywords. You definitely want to avoid generic stuff like click here or read more. So instead of, say, to learn about knife care, click here, something much stronger would be, check out our guide to proper chef's knife maintenance to extend the life of your cutlery. See the difference?
Yeah, much clearer. Tells you what you're getting.
Exactly. It sets expectations, improves click-through rates, and reduces the chance people will bounce right back. But here's another key point about anchor text. Diversity. Using the exact same anchor text every single time you link to a specific page can actually look a bit manipulative to search engines. So aim for a natural mix. Use some exact match keywords, some partial match variations, sometimes the brand or product name, and sometimes just natural language phrases that fit the sentence. Variety looks more authentic.
Descriptive, but diverse. Got it. Okay, so we've picked the right words. Now, where do we actually put these links within our blog posts or descriptions for maximum impact? Is there a magic spot?
No single magic spot, unfortunately. But strategic positioning is definitely key. Generally speaking, links placed earlier in the content tend to get more clicks than ones buried way down at the bottom. But it's not about stuffing links up top. Context is everything. The link should feel natural and add value right where it appears in the reader's flow. For really important links, maybe something you really want people to see, you could even consider using a call-out box or a highlighted sentence to draw attention.
And what about, how many links? Can you overdo it?
Oh, absolutely. Optimal link density is important. More isn't always better. If you cram too many links in, it can overwhelm readers, make the text hard to read, dilute the value passed by each link, and potentially even trigger spam filters. A rough guideline people often mention is maybe 2 to 5 relevant internal links per 1,000 words of content, but honestly, always prioritize quality and relevance over just hitting a number. One perfectly placed, super relevant link is often better than 5 sort of relevant ones.
Quality over quantity. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk implementation. How do we get our hands dirty and actually do this on a Shopify blog? Is it all just manual clipping and pasting, or are there smarter ways, especially as the store grows?
You'll likely end up using a mix of both manual and maybe some automation. Manual implementation gives you total control, which is great. A good starting point is a content audit. Make a spreadsheet list all your blog posts, their main topics, target keywords, maybe publication dates. This helps you spot your Cornerstone content, those really important high-value pieces that should probably have lots of internal links pointing to them. Then you actively look for thematic connections, like, okay, this post on summer skincare routines could definitely link to that older article we wrote about understanding different skin types.
Like connecting the dots.
Exactly. And when you're putting product links into blog content, think about timing. The link should ideally appear right when a reader might naturally think, where can I get something like that? If you push product links too early or too aggressively, it can feel overly promotional and turn people off. Also, don't forget sections like "you may also like" or "related posts," and crucially, make it a habit to go back and update older posts with links to your newer, relevant content. This bidirectional linking keeps your whole content library connected and fresh.
Okay, that manual process sounds thorough, but yeah, potentially time-consuming for a store with lots of content. What about scaling? Are there tools or apps that can help automate some of this?
Absolutely. As your content library grows, trying to manage everything manually can become, frankly, a huge time sink. This is where automated solutions and specific Shopify apps can be really valuable. There are apps like Interlinks, for example. It can automatically link specific keywords to product or collection pages based on rules you set up. Others, like Juice SEO, offer features for bulk link management and analyzing your anchor text usage. And broader apps like Smart SEO often include internal linking tools as part of their overall SEO suite. When you're picking an app, just think about your specific needs, your store size, and how much control you want versus automation.
So with these apps, you can set rules, like every time I write French press.
Exactly. You could configure a rule so that the phrase French press automatically links to your main coffee maker collection page, for instance. Just be smart about it. You'll want to set frequency controls, maybe limit it to linking a specific keyword only once or twice per page so it doesn't look spammy. And always remember to exclude certain pages like your privacy policy or checkout pages from automatic linking. It just doesn't make sense there.
All right, common sense applies. Okay, beyond apps, can we optimize the actual blog templates themselves to help with internal linking? That seems like a smart built-in approach.
You absolutely can, and you should. Your Shopify theme's blog template offers some excellent opportunities for systematic internal linking that scales naturally as you add content. Definitely look into implementing dynamic related posts sections. These often work based on categories or tags, automatically suggesting other relevant articles to keep readers engaged. Many themes have this built in, or apps can add it. Customizing how they look, maybe adding featured images, can really boost click-through rates. Where you put them matters too, end of the post is common, but maybe a sidebar works better for your layout. Worth testing.
And product links within the template.
Yeah, great point. You can integrate product recommendations more seamlessly right into the template structure. Think about things like Shop This Post sections that automatically pull in products you've tagged or mentioned in the article. Or, for broader relevance, you could use product showcase blocks within or below your blog posts that link to entire collections, not just single products. This creates really smooth pathways from reading content straight into shopping.
Okay, this is great stuff. We've covered the basics, the practical steps. Now let's maybe think a bit bigger. Are there more advanced internal linking strategies that can really elevate a Shopify blog's performance?
Definitely. This is where you move from just connecting pages to strategically building authority. One really powerful advanced strategy is called content silo structuring. This involves organizing your blog posts and related product pages into distinct, tightly interlinked thematic categories or silos. You'd typically create a major pillar page for each theme, say, the ultimate guide to brewing perfect coffee. This page covers the topic broadly. Then you'd have multiple supporting articles or cluster content focusing on specific subtopics like choosing the best coffee beans, French press versus pour over, espresso machine maintenance. Crucially, all these supporting posts link up to the main pillar page, and the pillar page links out to all the supporting posts. This hub and spoke model clearly signals deep expertise on that topic to search engines, helping the entire cluster rank better.
Hub and spoke. Okay, I like that visual. Build the authority. What else?
Another advanced tactic is really strategic product and blog integration. Go beyond just mentioning products. Develop in-depth how-to guides, detailed product comparisons, or comprehensive buying guides that showcase your products in action, solving problems for the reader. This kind of content is gold for both SEO and driving conversions. Also, leverage seasonal or trend-based content. Create posts like Spring Wardrobe Essentials or Holiday Gift Guide for Foodies, and make sure they link directly to your current relevant inventory. And to really push conversions from your blog, use very specific contextual call to action CTA links within the content, placed right where interest is highest. You could also experiment with content upgrades, maybe offering a downloadable checklist or guide related to the post, which could require an email sign-up or lead directly to a relevant product bundle.
Okay, lots of powerful ideas there. So let's say we've done all this work. We've built this amazing interconnected web of content and products. How do we actually know if it's working? What should we be tracking?
Measurement is absolutely critical, otherwise you're just guessing. For the SEO impact, you'll want to monitor changes in your organic search rankings, especially for pages that you've strategically linked to. Also, keep an eye on crawl stats in Google Search Console. Good internal linking should ideally lead to Google crawling your important pages more efficiently and indexing more of your content. Tools like Moz or Ahrefs can also help you track changes in page authority as link equity flows through your site.
Okay, SEO metrics. What about user behavior?
For user behavior, definitely track click-through rates, CTRs, on your internal links. Are people actually clicking them? Compare metrics like average session duration and pages per session before and after you make significant internal linking improvements. You should hopefully see those numbers go up. And look for reductions in bounce rates on key pages, suggesting people are finding relevant next steps instead of leaving. Finally, connect it to the bottom line, the business impact. Analyze conversion rates for user journeys that involve clicking through internal links. Try to measure revenue directly attributed to internal link engagement. You might even find that visitors who explore more content via internal links tend to have higher average order values.
That's a really comprehensive set of metrics. Are there specific tools that are particularly helpful for Shopify owners trying to track all this?
Yeah, there are several really useful ones. Your basic Shopify analytics give you some data, but for deeper insights, you really need Google Analytics set up properly, ideally with enhanced link tracking enabled. Heat mapping tools like Hotjar or Lucky Orange are fantastic. They visually show you where people are actually clicking on your pages, including your internal links. Super insightful. For more technical SEO auditing, Screaming Frog's SEO Spider tool is invaluable for finding broken links, identifying orphaned pages, and analyzing your anchor text usage across the site. Google Search Console itself has a helpful links report showing both internal and external links. And many of those specialized Shopify SEO apps we mentioned earlier, like SEO Manager or Smart SEO, often include specific features for internal link analysis tailored to Shopify.
Okay, so clearly this isn't a set it and forget it task, is it? It really sounds like an ongoing process.
You're exactly right. It absolutely has to be an ongoing process, especially in e-commerce where things change constantly. You should definitely schedule regular internal link audits, maybe quarterly. The main goal is to find and fix broken links, which is a super common problem when products get removed or URLs change. During these audits, also look for opportunities to update outdated anchor text or link destinations to better reflect your current product offerings or newer content. And review your overall link distribution. Are some important pages getting ignored? Are others getting too many links?
And testing comes into play here too.
For sure. This is a great area for A/B testing. Experiment with different anchor text variations on key links to see which ones get more clicks. You could compare the performance of links placed manually versus those added by an automation tool. Test different placements within your content, maybe sidebar versus end of post for related articles. Even test link density on certain page types. This kind of iterative optimization ensures your strategy stays effective and adapts over time.
It makes sense. But even with the best intentions, I bet people still make mistakes. What are some of the common pitfalls Shopify store owners fall into with internal linking, and how can we actively avoid them?
Oh yeah, there are definitely common mistakes. On the technical side, as we mentioned, broken links are huge. Links pointing to 404 pages because a product was deleted or a URL changed. This kills user experience and wastes crawl budget. Regular audits and using 301 redirects for removed pages are key defenses here.
Broken links. What else?
Another technical one is relying too heavily on automation without proper oversight. While tools save time, if they're not configured carefully, they can create really unnatural linking patterns, maybe linking the same keyword dozens of times on a page, or putting links in weird places like headings where they don't belong. Always review automated links and set sensible frequency controls. Strategically, using poor anchor text is a classic error being too generic here, or stuffing keywords unnaturally. Remember, descriptive and diverse. Another strategic mistake is ineffective link distribution, having important orphan content with few or no incoming internal links, or conversely, excessively linking only to already popular pages like the homepage, neglecting deeper content. You need balance.
And for the user's perspective, what are the failures there?
From a user experience UX standpoint, probably the biggest failure is disruptive linking. Just plastering too many links within paragraphs makes text hard to read and feels spammy. Users hate that. Also, misleading anchor text is frustrating, clicking a link expecting one thing and landing on something completely different. The link promise needs to match the destination. And finally, a really common mistake is simply missing opportunities. Not linking relevant products naturally within blog content where it would be helpful. Or, as we discussed, not going back to update older, valuable blog posts with links to newer resources or products. This leaves good content disconnected and underutilized. A regular content refresh schedule helps combat this.
This all paints a picture of a strategy that needs to be dynamic, constantly adapting. How do we try to future-proof our internal linking efforts, given that search algorithms and user behavior are always shifting?
That's a great question. It really comes down to adaptability and sticking to fundamental principles. First, you absolutely have to stay current with major search engine updates. Follow Google's official announcements, like on their Search Central blog, and keep up with reputable SEO news sources. Be ready to adjust your tactics based on new guidelines. Things like mobile-first indexing definitely impacted how links are crawled and valued, for instance. But honestly, the most sustainable approach, the best way to future-proof, is to focus on building a linking structure that provides genuine user value. Create natural linking patterns that reflect how topics truly connect and how users actually navigate. When your links are primarily designed to help the user find relevant information and products easily, your strategy is much more likely to withstand algorithm changes because you're already aligned with the search engine's core goal, satisfying user intent.
Focus on the user, and the rest follows. Makes sense.
And as a Shopify store inevitably grows, maybe adds hundreds or thousands of products and posts, how do you realistically scale this internal linking strategy without it becoming completely overwhelming? Scaling effectively requires moving from ad hoc efforts to systematic processes. You need clear procedures for how new content gets integrated into your existing link structure from day one. Every time a new blog post is published or a new product page goes live, there should be a process to ensure it links out to relevant existing content and receives relevant internal links from appropriate older pages. Implementing those periodic content audits becomes even more crucial as your site scales because manual oversight gets harder. For really large stores, this is where responsible automation becomes almost necessary, using tools smartly to help identify and suggest relevant linking opportunities, saving manual effort but still requiring human review and strategic direction.
In involving the team.
Absolutely vital as you scale. Invest in team training and clear documentation. If multiple people are creating content or managing the website, you need consistent internal linking practices. Create internal guides or standard operating procedures, SOPs that outline your store's linking philosophy, anchor text guidelines, and the practical steps for implementation. And critically, train your team not just on the how, but on the why. When content creators, marketers, and merchandisers all understand the strategic importance of internal linking for SEO, UX, and sales, they'll make much better, more consistent decisions about link placement and context, ensuring quality even as the operation grows.
Wow. This deep dive has really, I think, unpacked the massive potential hiding in something as seemingly simple as internal links for Shopify stores. It's so clear it's not just a technical SEO chore, but it's fundamental to boosting user experience and actually driving sales.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you connect it to the bigger picture, maybe the final thought here is that internal linking isn't just about mechanics. It's actually a really nuanced way to tell a compelling story across your site. It's about intuitively guiding your audience, leading them through your content and products, and ultimately helping them find exactly what they need sometimes, even before they consciously realize they need it. It's about crafting that perfect journey.
Crafting that journey, I like that. And speaking of powering your store's growth and crafting those compelling customer journeys, remember this deep dive, Shop Strategy, was brought to you by Growth Suite. Growth Suite is a powerful Shopify app designed specifically to supercharge your sales using intelligent, data-driven discount campaigns. It helps you boost conversions with personalized discount strategies, really smart timing for offers, and seamless customer experiences. Plus, it offers intuitive analytics giving you valuable insights into visitor behavior. You can install Growth Suite today and start transforming your store's performance with just a single click. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into Shopify internal linking. We really hope you feel well equipped now to apply these powerful insights to your own store.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep linking strategically.
We'll see you on the next deep dive.